Everybody ready? Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our town meeting, today being Tuesday, September 1, and for the record, the time is 7 p.m. First item of business tonight is consideration of minutes. We have two sets, Tuesday, August 4, our regular meeting, and Wednesday, August 26, agenda meeting. Does the chair hear a motion that minutes be approved as written, or are there corrections?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that minutes be approved as they're written. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Accordingly, the minutes are approved. We've had no citizens' comments, no requests for citizens' comments tonight, so we'll move on with our agenda, which had a number of items we need to move through. The first item is consideration of an amendment to the agreement for employment of the interim town manager. If you will look under the tab, under the yellow tab, you will see that the date for our manager's contract, which we had extended out 12 months, as we have reduced it to January 16, 2016 for a period of 6 months. And this was done because of some budgetary considerations, and he's in agreement with it. All we need to do is approve it, so it will be added to his contract as an addendum. Does the chair hear a motion we approve this?
So made.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded we approve the addenda to the manager's, interim manager's contract. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
Yes. Yes.
Opposed, no. Okay, item number 2 is a consideration of a town of Nashville Parks and Recreation permit for the street event for the 5K road race and 1 mile fun run Monster Dash for United Way to benefit the United Way Tar River region. Last Wednesday night we had a public hearing on this, and there was no one speaking for or against it, so we brought it forward for approval by the council tonight. It will be on Halloween, October 31. It would go down Elm Street and out through the cemetery like they did last year. It's been approved by the technical review committee, which includes our police department. We've got all the roads clear, so everything seemed to be good. Does the chair hear a motion to approve this consideration?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consideration about the monster run. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Accordingly, it is done. Okay, the third item is consideration of Nashville Elementary School crosswalk request. If you look in your package, you will see a letter from the principal over at the school, the elementary school, requesting marked crosswalks on Joyner Street and then across Green Street over to the playground. Kids have been walking on those things for years, just not having been marked. So he requests that we mark them. So there's no problem with us doing that. The chair here motion we approve this.
So
So
moved.
made.
Okay.
Second.
And amend our ordinances that we will have crosswalks at those points. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
These are painted crosswalks, right?
Yes, yes. There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Okay, you will notify them later. Okay, the next two items, we have to approve separately because we've got two projects going on our sidewalk things. The first one is a consideration of resolution of the town council authorizing a contract and any change orders within the budget amount with BCS for the project known as the town's walkable community project C5545. And if you will look under your blue tab, you will see the ordinance or the resolution. Let me read this because you're supposed to read these things. Have a resolution of the town council of the town of Nashville authorizing a contract and any change orders within the budget amount with BCS for the project known as the town's walkable community project C5545. Whereas the town of Nashville has entered into an agreement with the North Carolina Department of Transportation for the construction of sidewalk along Alston Street, Washington Street, and Eastern Avenue, and whereas the North Carolina Department of Transportation has programmed funding in the current WBS 51015.1.1 and WBS 51015.3.1. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town Council of the Town of Nashville through the adoption of this resolution, it's hereby authorized the execution of the contract with BCS in the amount of $250,088.50 and any change orders within the budget amount for the sidewalk along Alston Street, Washington Street, and Eastern Avenue adopted this first day of September 2015 with appropriate signatures and attestations. The chair here motion to approve this resolution.
So made.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded we approve the resolution. Is there any discussion? Okay, there being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Accordingly. And there's a second part of that, which because we're dealing with two pots of money, we've got two projects going. The second one is a resolution of the town council for the town of Nashville authorizing a contract and any change orders within the budget amount with BCS for the project known as the Town's Walkable Community Project 75011. Whereas the town of Nashville has entered into an agreement with the North Carolina Department of Transportation for the construction of sidewalk along Eastern Avenue, and whereas the North Carolina Department of Transportation has programmed funding in the current WBS 75011 and 75011. Now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the town of Nashville through the adoption of this resolution is hereby authorizing the execution of the contract with BCS in the amount of $287,705 and any change orders within the budget amount for the sidewalk along Eastern Avenue. Adopted this first day of September 2015 with appropriate signatures and attestations. Does the chair hear a motion to approve this resolution?
So made.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the resolution. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, I'd just like to say that I'm glad to see us moving along on the sidewalk project. As this morning, I saw a lady in a motorized wheelchair having to ride in the middle of the street because we're going to have a sidewalk, and she was coming from the grocery store. And not only that, I also saw a gentleman with a walker
I saw him this
doing the
morning.
same thing.
Yeah,
So people are utilizing the area, and we need to make it safe for them. So I'm glad to see it going on.
Absolutely, thank you.
And to add to that, Mayor, that gentleman he's speaking of with that walker, he walks from down at the rest home all the way uptown every day.
Every day. Mhm.
Every day.
Yep, every day. Sure
When
is.
does the work begin?
The contracts have been let, I think we're set for like, what date we got, Brian?
Yes, sir, Mayor. We've got a timeline today. They're proposing to start on September the 28th. We're going to start on Austin Street from Circle to Circle and work back the other way. So September 28th is the first day that they're proposing to be out there and starting.
September 28th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Do you have a timeline on how long it takes to complete the Austin to Austin Street thing? Or Circle Drive to Circle Drive?
Yes, sir. He wants to start on Austin Street, like we said, September 28th, and then he's going to move down to Washington tentatively October the 7th.
October 7th?
7th, yes,
Okay,
sir.
excellent. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, did we vote on that? No, we did not.
Okay.
Okay. See, there was a motion and a second on that, and discussion. Any further discussion? Okay. There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Accordingly, it is done. Find my agenda here. Okay, we're down now to our manager's report. Mr. Perry?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. Our clerk gave you all a memorandum about chamber events and educational opportunities. The only other thing that I have, I know you all are interested in the funding we hope to get for this sidewalk project, and I have called all three of our representatives. Carol Wilson with Senator Newton's office called me back late this afternoon and says that they will likely act on it sometime after the session closes, and they anticipate that being September 18th. And she said that's when all those kind of things come together and get done. She seemed to be very positive, but beyond that,
Okay.
just have to wait.
So September 18th seems to be our next date. Well, it's 17 days away. Well, let's keep up with that. Make sure they don't forget that. Okay, excellent.
Is that the 85,000?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Before we get moving on with comments, I've got one note here. I received this from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, which is an update on the Atlantic Coast Pipeline Project. I'll leave this with our manager in case you want to look at it. They've got a timeline here of the things that they're doing, and what they're doing now is reviewing the environmental complaints. Okay, Mr. Taylor?
No comments tonight, Mayor.
Mr. Taylor?
No comment tonight, Mayor.
Ms. Hinton?
I'd like to say the financial responsibilities workshop in Morganton is very worthwhile. They had one at the Imperial Center before Christmas. Linda was there and so was Preston, but financial responsibilities of elected officials was very important.
So that's in Morganton.
Right.
And also in that same package of stuff, there is the notification of the annual meeting of the league, which will be in Winston-Salem on the 10th and 13th of October. If you want to go, you need to let our manager know so we can start getting reservations.
Been done.
Been done?
It's already done.
Good. Excellent. Everybody going?
Larry's going,
I'm
I'm
You
going.
going? You going?
I thought we were looking for a manager during that time.
We may find one in Morganton. You say you're going fishing? I'm going with him.
I've got a big time.
I'm going with him. Okay, okay, that being done, the next thing we have to do is a closed session for some personnel issues. Does the chair hear a motion for going to closed session?
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded to go into closed session. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Accordingly, we are there. Let's meet in the room next door in 2 or 3 minutes. Folks can stay as long as you want to, but possibly we will not have any announcements when we come out because it's just routine type stuff. Thanks everybody for coming if you don't stay. Okay, ready to go team?